Hello and welcome back to the channel. Ke nna Utsile ka lebitso, and today we are joined by the Jaecoo J7. Well, this is not any regular J7. This is the J7 SHS. SHS is just a fancy way of just saying that it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. And after spending some time behind the wheel of this new PHEV, I think it might just be the best plug-in we have in South Africa. I know it's a bold claim, right? But allow me to share my impressions with you. Okay, so before we get behind the wheel of the J7 SHS and discuss the petrol electric concoction that we're getting underneath the bonnet, let's talk about the exterior design and styling of this very same model. So the Jaecoo J7 has always been a modern premium or upmarket SUV. So as you can see here, we have a bold grille over there with vertical slats in chrome, a Jaecoo badge in the center, and an integrated camera as well. Moving along the flanks, we do get the slim daytime running lights with integrated turn signals. Moving lower down, we then get a full set of LED headlights, and moving over to the center of the lower front bumper, we get fog lights, LED of course, which also double as cornering lights. Moving in the profile, we do get this aerodynamically optimized 19-inch alloy wheels, which look kind of like an electric car because, yeah, we get that electric vibe as well. So, yeah, 19 inches of size, aerodynamically optimized to make it more drag coefficient. Moving along the side, contrasting mirror caps with integrated cameras. We do get functional roof rails, pop-out door handles, and an interesting chrome or gloss black strip running along the lower front and rear doors with an interesting panel design. And lastly, because this is a plug-in electric vehicle and you can actually charge it, we do get this DC and AC filler cap over here to charge your car. So yeah, man, that's it. Let's go check out what you get at the back. All right, so checking out the rear, we do get this integrated tailgate spoiler with integrated brake lights. And then moving over to the tailgate, we do have bold Jaecoo lettering integrated at the center, full LED tail lights, which kind of like mimic the ones that we get at the front end. And we do get an LED chrome strip running over the nice modern touch. And then the tailgate itself, we do get PHEV badging because it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. And of course, the J7 badge as well. But the 7 this time is in blue just because, the color blue is for electrification. And then the rear bumper has been redesigned. It is now a bit much more sportier. We do get this cosmetic diffuser over there. It doesn't really serve a purpose. It's just there to make it look more sportier. And lastly, we do get this parking distance control sensors. Lovely. Okay, so before we hop inside, let's check what we're getting at the cargo area. Electric tailgate, a nice, convenient feature. And we have a decently sized cargo area over here with a parcel shelf to keep your goods stored away from prying eyes. And you can actually remove this if you want a bit more space because we have 60-40 split rear seats, and then when they're folded, they avail extra cargo area. And then we have other nifty features like shopping bag hooks, one over here, then two on each side, each rated at 3 kilograms. And yeah, quite a nifty feature to have as well. LED lights to help you see at night. And then lifting this open, unfortunately, we do not get a spare wheel tire, nor do we get that biscuit tire as well. But instead, we have a tire repair kit and some shelves over here, like to store these charging cables that come with the car. And then what's a bit concerning is you can easily lift this and then you can actually get access to your batteries for your plug-in hybrid system. So If you have naughty kids, then it might be a bit concerning. And if your frenemies have access to your car, you might just pull one cord and just to make your life a living hell. So yeah, man, it's a bit concerning. But with that said, let's hop inside and see what we're getting. Hello and welcome to the lovely interior of the Jaecoo J7 SHS. The interior just looks like any other J7. It's littered with premium appointments, soft touch materials all around. There's very little use of actual scratchy plastics, but you do get them at the lower center of the door cards or the door panels and the center console. With that said, a few highlights include this lovely multifunction steering wheel with an digital instrument cluster before it, and just before that we do get a head-up display which you can configure to your liking. And this digital cluster also you can configure to display the relevant driver information you'd like it to display. And then the dashboard looks lovely, premium, upmarket and modern as well. You do get a large center display over here, and it's actually massive in portrait style. So yeah, unfortunately you cannot press a button and then it rotates like the ones you get in BYD. But yeah, you do get this infotainment with crisp graphics. The camera qualities all around are also very impressive. And yeah, it does get a bit laggy now and then when you're using wired Apple CarPlay. That's in my experience. But when you're using the infotainment system itself, then it is quite snappy, and then you can configure your vehicle to your liking, change the ambient lighting color as well. There's also driver assistance system menus as well, and various other menus and sub menus, so you can set your car to your preferred settings. With that said, you also do get a lovely panoramic sunroof which is quite large, as well as a 6 or 8 speaker Sony sound system which sounds absolutely good. It's not wow, it's just good. The clarity is very impressive though. Yeah, you can really enjoy your drive. And another thing that's also worth mentioning is that the center console has been redesigned to accommodate the hybrid setup. So you do get HEV and EV buttons. There's various other modes as well, including like eco, normal and sport. And then you can select auto, and then it will adjust itself according to your driving behavior. You do get a wireless charger as well at the center, 2 cup holders, 2 USB ports at the front. It's type A and type C, type A and type C at the back as well. So let's hop over at the back and see if it is spacious enough. All right, so hopping out the back, I do have enough headroom as well as knee room, and I'm sitting behind my driving position. Can you imagine that? I also have ample foot room, and the passenger that's going to sit at the center or the middle of the rear bench, then they also have sufficient room as well. So I'm gonna just sit here. It's a tight squeeze for me, but yeah, thankfully there is a little to no transmission tunnel over there, so which avails or makes it much more comfortable on longer drives. Other highlights, you do get ambient lighting. It's not on, but you do get ambient lighting, which is a nice touch. And then, as I mentioned up front, you do get 2 USB ports here. It's a type A and a type C. Large panoramic glass sunroof to add sunlight or ambience into the cabin. And then the passengers are going to be sitting right here or at the back of the front passenger. They can actually adjust the seat to make space for themselves, and you do get a whole lot of pockets. You do get 6, 3 this side, 3 also this side, so 6 pockets to put your phones or your tablets in there. And you also get decently sized door pins as well. So apart from that, it's also comfortable. I wish it could recline a bit further back, but also that would also mean reduced cargo capacity. But with that said, happy days. So underneath the bonnet, we do have an easy lift bonnet over here, thanks to these 2 struts on each end. And then this avails the 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine, which has been paired with an electric motor on the front axle only, unfortunately, which makes it a front-wheel drive vehicle. And the total system output is 255 kilowatts and 525 newton meters of torque. Now, Jaecoo also claims this car will actually average 5 liters per 100 kilometers, and the fuel range in here has been improved by or to a whopping 1,100 kilometers on a full tank, which is super impressive and actually is attainable. And I'll delve a bit further into that as well later on during my driving impressions. And this also has a 18.3 kilowatt hour battery pack, which avails about 90 to 100 kilometers on a single charge, and charging takes 40 minutes, I think from 20% to 100, or 30 minutes to 80 takes about 30 minutes. So yeah, let's get behind the wheel. Hello and welcome to the driving impressions of the Jaecoo J7 plug-in hybrid. As I've mentioned earlier on, we have 255 kilowatts and 525 newton meters buried under my right foot. Does it feel like it's 255 kilowatts? No, it doesn't, but you do notice it, especially when you are at standstill and then you put your foot down, and yeah, it does deliver that electric car like acceleration. With that said, this that unfortunately part that I mentioned earlier on, it's actually because it's the front wheel drive and we do have a lot of power and torque being channeled to the front wheels, which means there's quite a lot of wheel spin when you're accelerating in a spirited manner. And also there's a bit of torque steer that I did pick up on now and then. So yeah, that's the unfortunate part. If it was an all-wheel drive system like in most plug-in hybrids, it would have been quite a enjoyable car to drive, quite a fun car to drive. But yeah, it gets a bit scary when you want to do a robot to robot with, say, a cheeky Golf 7 GTI. So yeah, man, another thing that's worth commending is the ride quality. It is very comfortable both on and off-road, as well as when you encounter a series of potholes, which I did encounter when I was traveling to a place called Kadistad, somewhere there between Pretoria and Hammanskraal. Those who know it will know it. So yeah, I was traveling on Kadistad Road, and my God, that's the most potholes I've ever encountered in my entire life. Like, traveling there, you must just keep it at 60 and just maneuver your way through those series of potholes. So yeah, it is quite commendable even in such driving conditions. So kudos to Jaecoo for that. So the J7 SHS, just like the normal J7 range, there is a plethora of advanced safety features, or ADAS for short. So that actually helps the Chinese manufacturers get that NCAP 5-star rating, which this car actually does have. So 5-star safety rating, perfect. But you do have some of those features which intrude when you are driving, so the driving experience is not all that great. And fortunately, most of them you can actually go onto the vehicle settings, go to the driver assistance system settings, so that's the sub menu, and then you can actually individually switch them off. You can switch off lane keeping assist, which is quite intrusive. It violently brings you back into lane. So if it detects that you are about to go out of your lane, it will bring you back quite violently. And yeah, it's not well. And fortunately, you can switch that off. You can switch the other advanced driver assistance systems off as well. But there's one annoying one that I am struggling to switch off, and I've literally been through the whole infotainment system and I cannot find it. And it is this thing that's embedded onto the steering wheel column. It actually monitors your eyes. So if you are going to, say, check your blind spot for more than a few seconds, it'll start beeping. If you want to fiddle with the infotainment system, it'll beep at you. And sometimes when I'm wearing shades, it doesn't pick up my eyes, but it'll then start beeping sometimes. Like now I'm wearing my shades, it's not beeping and all of that. But yeah, this thing, I cannot switch it off, and it is annoying, and it'll beep at you for a long time, and until you have your eyes dead right at the center staring at the road, which is what you should be doing, if we're being honest. But there's those times where you just want to check your blind spot, check what's happening, or you're just distracted by an M5 just pulling away. It's like, oh my god, look at that, and then ping 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 ping. It's not Iowa, Shem. Okay, so it's time to talk about the plug-in hybrid system, which is, I'm sure, what we all want to talk about or to know about. So Jaecoo claims that this car will avail 1,100 kilometers on a full tank. I'm not sure about the full tank capacity, but if it uses the ones in the regular J7s, then you can expect a 61-liter fuel tank capacity. So 1,100 is the claimed figure, and yes, that's also achievable. And then when it comes to the battery pack, it's 18.3 kilowatt hour, which is quite small and quite fair for a plug-in, because this is not a fully electric vehicle. So that claims 90 kilometers on a full charge. So joining them together, you get about 1.2, and yeah, that is absolutely obtainable. And when it comes to charging times, thankfully this plug-in hybrid has a DC port, which means fast charging. Yay! Fast charging from 30% to 80%. Jaecoo claims that it'll get there in 30 minutes. It's beeping because I'm not focused. Anyway, yeah, 30 to 80% in 30 minutes, and I've charged from 20% to 100%, and that took me 43 minutes, which is damn good impressive, because a lot of the plug-in hybrids available locally in South Africa, your X3s, your XC60s, your XC90s, they only come with AC charging, which is the one in between. There's also the socket charging, which this one also has. So you take a plug and put it into the wall socket, and then that takes forever to charge. So how Chaisaka 6, if you knock off at 6 o'clock and then you come home at 7, plug it in the next morning, might be at 80%. So that's wall socket for you. AC takes about 3 hours depending on your battery percentage. So if it's at 0 and when you want to charge up this battery pack, it'll take like 3.5 hours or so. So yeah, fuel consumption is rated at 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. That's what they claim, and we were averaging about 4.5, 4.8 if we are pushing it. And then if we're just living our daily lives, just aircon on, just driving normally just like any other sane person, and then you will average 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. And then when you're pushing it hard, like proper hard, you'll average 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is what I'm currently sitting on, because yeah, I was pushing it hard for you guys. Spirited driving. So, after spending some time behind the wheel of the new Jaecoo J7 SHS, I am thoroughly impressed by this Chinese plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, and I still maintain that it is one of or the best plug-in hybrid electric vehicles that we have in South Africa. You do get the looks, you do get the technology, you do get the premium look and feel, you do get the comfort, and most importantly, in these trying times, you do get the range and you also get the fuel efficiency on top of that. But with that said, we do not know the pricing as yet. Jaecoo South Africa is yet to unveil how much this car is going to cost in South Africa. But make sure you stay tuned to our social media pages as well as our website, and we'll tell you the pricing when the timing is right for Jaecoo SA to reveal it. With that said, until next time, peace out, man.